What's up, guys? Chef B here, coming at you with the new video. Had the day off today. I was over on the couch just a little bit ago thinking about different video ideas. If you have any, put them down in the comments. But I came up with an idea kind of out of hunger, actually. Kind of hungry right now. Looked in my fridge and saw a carton of eggs, and I was like, I might not be able to tell you which came first, the chicken or the egg, but I'll show you how to make some pretty tasty fried eggs. Come on down to the counter, let's have a look at what you're gonna need. Alright guys, here we are at counter view. As I said before, we're gonna do some fried eggs, so of course we're gonna need eggs. Now, for breakfast I can probably eat about 3, maybe 4. But since this is just a snack, I'm going to just do 2, plus it fits in my pan really nice there anyhow. So we're going to need eggs, butter. Oh, I need to put some more in that dish. Alright, luckily I have a stick out already. Parmesan cheese. Now I know what you're thinking. Cheese really goes on scrambled eggs, but trust me on this, it's good. And of course we're going to need salt and pepper. And if you have Coca-Cola vending machines for your salt and pepper shakers too, they're cool. Alright, now that we have everything that we need, let's go over to the stove and let's make something. Guys, here we are at the stove. Now you'll see I have a nice, I think that's a 5-inch, maybe a 6-inch skillet right here. 2 eggs, salt and pepper, and of course our butter. Now what I'm going to do first is get this butter going. You want to use about a tablespoon of butter, which is approximately what I have right here. Get that going, put that in there. Nice and hot. And actually we're going to go with a little bit more than medium. I'd say medium-high heat here. And there's the medium-high heat right there. Now, this is a little tricky on a electric stove as I have here, because it doesn't adjust as evenly. But if you have a gas stove, great. This will be very easy. I've been using the stove for about 2 years now. It's a stove that I have in my apartment. And we're just going to twirl it around a little bit, kind of melt it. And I might have put a little bit too much butter in, but you know what? That's okay, because, well, because butter, basically. Hashtag because butter. Actually, don't do hashtags. Hashtags are dumb, in my opinion. So we're going to wait for that to melt, and we will be back in a moment. We got our butter nice and melted here. Cracking the eggs. I usually do it on a flat surface. I already cracked this one. So we'll get that in there, like that, and we'll get the other one in there, like that. Now what I usually do is I wait for the yolks, the egg whites rather, to completely set before I really try to flip them over. And the butter in conjunction with the non-stick make it really easy to flip. Now it might need a little bit of assistance, so we'll just grab our trusty spatula right here. Wait for them to set up a little bit more so they move around. Oh, they seem to be wanting to move around quite a bit, so that's a good sign. You don't want them to stick at the bottom, that would be very bad. You'd tear the eggs. You don't want to do that, trust me. So let them cook for a little bit longer. Usually takes me on average on medium to medium-high heat about 2 or 3 minutes before I really want to attempt to flip them. I have to check my time on that, but that's about what I usually wait for. Now I'm going to add some pepper. Eggs love pepper, or at least I love pepper on my eggs. And there's an ingredient that a lot of people don't use, but I really happen to like, And that's a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Yeah, you can buy the grated stuff in the store. It'll work fine for this. So let me just get some of that out. If you notice them popping a little bit, that's okay. Just turn the heat down a little bit. Sprinkle on some Parmesan cheese. And I like this because it adds a little bit of a salty flavor. Plus, it's cheese, and cheese is good, especially with eggs. So, now I'm going to try to do this on camera. If it fails, I'm sorry, I'm human. So let's try to flip this all in one shot. And he makes the catch. I did crack one of the yolks, but you know what? That's okay, because it'll taste good either way. There you go. I want to let this sit here for about 35 to 40 seconds. I'm going for a nice over easy egg. That's my favorite way to have fried eggs. And basically all you want to do is cook the top part of the egg white that we just flipped over without cooking the yolk too much. And now we'll swirl it around, flip it back over, and that's exactly how you want to see it. Now let's plate these up. Add a little bit of salt, because that's pepper. Let's go with salt. Now the reason why I added the salt later is because I didn't want to denature the proteins in the eggs too much. That'll make them even tougher. So let's go over to to my table and let's enjoy some eggs. Now that we have our eggs all nice and set up on the plate here, just wanted to touch on a couple things that I mentioned before. With the proteins in the eggs, eggs are basically a fat yolk and the protein whites. Together they are one of the most powerful culinary tools that you're ever going to use. Also one of the most versatile ingredients that you're ever going to use. Now, when cooking the eggs, you want to do it over moderately high heat, kind of medium high, especially for fried eggs. You don't want to go full force high heat because that's going to really just give you a dry egg that nobody's going to want to eat, especially not me. Season it however you like. However, I do recommend saving the salt until just before you either take it out of the pan, or you can have whomever your guests are or yourself salt them at the table to their taste. You'll notice that I also put the Parmesan cheese on, and that kind of just gives it a nice little extra flavor. Also kind of gives it a nice golden brown color without really burning the egg yolk, the egg whites too much. Now, as for toppings and other condiments, I like sriracha. Love the stuff, keep it in the house all the time. But you know, I love spicy food, and I'll touch more on peppers and such in another video, I promise. I know this is my first video and I said I would make more about 2 weeks ago. Here you go. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and one last thing before I go, I do want to just show you the yolk that I was talking about. Now we're going to cut into this, and that's just going to ooze all over, and that's going to be nice and good with some toast that I have cooking over there. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go eat this. Until next time, Chef B signing off.